It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Hey, come on, clear that logo out of here. Yeah, I know. Look, words from upstairs. New year on the podcast, new logo. You know the rules. Look, just take it up with the union, okay? Just move it out of here now. All right, bring it in. Perfect. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast for Saturday, September 5th, 2020. We have exactly about 4 months to go yet. Woohoo! We are halfway. We're almost done, folks. 2020 is almost over. It's almost over at this point. So, what do I got to talk about this week here on the podcast? Well, believe it or not, you can rock out to some of anime's coolest music video moments. Yeah, apparently it's an Otaku magazine article. The new Haruhi Novel is getting simultaneously released in English as well as Japanese. I was about to say as well as Japan, as well as Japanese. So that's actually pretty cool. 2020 has claimed yet another victim, as sadly we lost Black Panther, aka Chadwick Boseman. Passed away last week. And unfortunately, because I had to pre-record the podcast last week, I was not made aware of it until Saturday morning. And yeah, so that kind of sucks. Lego and Ikea have collabed together, and I don't know if pure genius is the word I would use. It's Ikea. It's Ikea. The first thing that comes to my mind is the joke from Futurama for Pikea, and that's enjoy your affordable Swedish crap. That's every time I think of Ikea, because I know it's a joke, but I think of that every time. A modder has turned a Nintendo Wii into a slick-looking handheld. Ooh, it's pretty cool. A convenience store over in Japan is trying out telepresence robots. This actually is pretty damn cool, and I'm not gonna lie. And speaking of cool things over in Japan, a company has successfully tested, a manned flying car for the first time. So let's see, it's 2020, Knowing came out in 2009, so they're just 11 years late. Okay, we're getting there, so it'll be like maybe 12, 13 years, and I'll get my flying car, finally. Took them long enough, but sure, why not? All this and much more maybe this week on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. But before we go any further, you know the song and dance. If you've been following me, I've been doing this now for 4 years. We're officially 4 years into the podcast. Woo! Next year's 5th year anniversary. But if you've been following me, and you are a weekly viewer or listener of the podcast, I shouldn't say viewer, you're a listener of the podcast every week. You know this part of the show is where I pitch my own eBay page. That's right, I have an eBay page. ARHOADS-2012 over on eBay. I have a wide variety of stuff for sale. Some stuff you might be able to get your hands on cheaper, probably. Other stuff, maybe not so much. And hey, but can they beat my 100% positive feedback? I didn't think so. That's right, I've been doing eBay since 2012, and I have 100% positive feedback. I'm not joking. That, I think, is a compliment amongst itself. 851 feedbacks left and counting. And all of it positive, and positive. Seriously, you can't go wrong with that. So, if you're interested in some wide variety of stuff, you like trading cards, some video games, DVDs, stuff like that, swing on over to my eBay page. That's ARHOADS-2012. It's all lowercase. And you know what? While you're surfing the information superhighway this weekend, because it's Labor Day and all, why don't you check out my Twitter page? That's right. Come hang out with me over at Otaku Roads on Twitter. You can actually find a link to that in the About Me section here on my YouTube channel. Oh, and hey, while you're on social media, swing on over to the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. You know, I have a wide amount of stuff that I put up there, sporadically. And above all else, and before I forget, please, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you hate it, give it a thumbs down. Don't forget to leave a comment, and while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. That way you can be made aware of new videos that come out. Of course, you also have to ring the notification bell to know when they drop immediately, but if you have me subscribed, you usually tell if I have a new video up, because there'll be a little blue dot over my logo. That's right. So, let's see. Did I get everything? eBay page, Twitter, Facebook, subscribe. Yep, I got everything. Let's dive into the show, shall we? Alright, so this is the part of the podcast where I usually talk about how my week went, before we dive into the topics du jour. And, honestly, I'd like to thank everybody for checking out my podcast last week. There is going to be an update video coming out soon on my channel explaining a lot of the strange oddities that seem to have been going on. I'm sure you've noticed it by now, but don't worry, I'll explain everything. Just give me some time to word it correctly. I'm still working on a few things, but yeah. So, how did my week go? Well, believe it or not, it was actually quite pleasant. So, I recorded the podcast last Thursday. I go to work Friday morning and find out that, hey, I don't have to come back to work until yesterday. I ended up getting Wednesday off, so I basically had like an entire week to myself. I enjoyed it, and ironically, I enjoyed it mentally. Physically, though, my stomach's been bugging the living shit out of me since fucking Monday, and it is pissing me off now. So, I woke up Monday morning. I've been getting up early to try to get some stuff done and working on some stuff that I've been, kind of putting off, that I'm kind of working on, trying to get done. Just basically trying to get all my stuff accomplished as quickly as I can and to get as much done as possible. So, I woke up early Monday morning, and my stomach was bugging the ever-loving crap out of me. I felt like I had really bad indigestion. It was like a really, really painful type of indigestion. Now, we're under the assumption at this point that it's just my allergies, because my sinuses have been draining all week. And for the last couple weeks, when I take a shower, then all of a sudden I would start blowing my nose like crazy, because the water and the steam and all that would just create this cascading effect that would basically force my sinuses to just basically drain themselves. So that was fun. But my stomach was bugging the living crap out of me on Monday, and it was bugging me on Monday. Tuesday, it wasn't as bad. Wednesday, it was a little worse than normal, but it wasn't completely bad. Thursday, it wasn't bad. And it's sort of been going down the scale of bothering me since Monday, but Monday was about the worst. So I had to deal with that. Tuesday was fun, though, because Tuesday went to the grocery store, and this is the best part. So I know that right now with our grocery store, we can't bag our stuff. They have to bag it for us. Now, apparently my mom found out on Friday that, you can take it out, you can take it, put it right back in the cart after they scan it. Just tell them, I'll bag it outside, bring your own bags, leave them out in your car, and then just bag your shit in the car. Which she thinks she's going to do from now on, because we kind of had a little run-in with the cashier. And the cashier wasn't very nice about it. I complained. I actually sent a letter to the company, to the store and the company, so that was fun. But she was kind of rude to my mom, kind of pissed me off, because she put non-food items in with food items, and you don't do that. You just don't do that shit with us, or with anybody really in general, especially when it's cotton balls and other stuff. If it's like aluminum foil and you're putting it in with packs of crackers, like a box of crackers, like Cheez-Its or something, or Wheat Thins, that are already in a baggie to begin with, and then the cardboard box that you're putting aluminum foil, that's fine, in my opinion, and my mom kind of agrees too. That's fine, because the food items in that bag are double protected. They're protected with the bag and the box, but the whole outside of it is just basically not in the well, basically the aluminum foils protected them too. But cotton balls and that, no. You don't put non-food items in with freaking food items. That's just, it's wrong to begin with. So we had to deal with that. My mom just pulled it out of the bag because the lady was purposely reaching for it. My mom puts the stuff up on the conveyor belt for the cashier the way she wants it back. She doesn't put it up there just to make herself happy and to test her organizational skills. She puts it up there the way she wants it bagged. And this cashier is just reaching around, grabbing this, and this, scanning it, and then shoving it in the bag because, well, we have to get him out of here as quickly as possible. Yeah, but the way that we put it up on the conveyor is the way we want it bagged, not reach over here. Let me grab this loaf of bread and stick it in here. Then let me grab these eggs and stick it on top of here. Something like that. No, we don't want that bullshit with this. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday was interesting. I just worked on some videos, did some other stuff. Thursday was kind of fun with the whole trying to find stuff to watch, though today's movie royally sucked. But, yeah, mostly interesting. Kind of started falling asleep, watching the rain and everything. Just, general stuff. And then yesterday I went to work, so there was that. But, yeah. And today's basically just been a meh kind of day. I mean, yesterday I fell asleep for like an extra half an hour, and I didn't mean to in the afternoon. Because I just zonked out. And our mail came extremely early yesterday, which was something else that kind of bothered me. Because for the 31 years that I've been alive, my mom could vouch for this. Now, for me, I can remember at least from 5 years on. But my mom definitely vouched for it. Our mail has never, ever come that early. Like, the earliest to my recollection that our mail's ever come was maybe 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the afternoon. And I mean maybe 1:15 to 1:30 in the afternoon is the earliest our mail has ever come. No. On Friday, our mail came at 12:15 in the afternoon. Literally, 12:15. All of a sudden, I just got lunch because my mom got me pizza for lunch. I'm literally moving the pizza to where, into the room where my tablet and that is. And all of a sudden, I hear the mail car, and I'm like, that can't be the mail. I look out, I'm like, it's the mail. It's 12:15. How is the mail here? And it was the mail. I mean, I was expecting something in the mail to begin with, but I was just shocked. It's 12:15. How is the mail here at 12:15? Then today it comes, I think it was maybe 3:30ish, the normal time it comes. But yesterday, 12:15. That was just shocking. But yeah, so that was my week. Basically, I know it's a humdrum kind of week, but still, let's get into the show, shall we? Alright, so I'm sure everybody's heard by now, but last weekend, a lot of us were shocked to find out that the star of Black Panther, yes, the one who played T'Challa himself, Chadwick Boseman, passed away at the age of 43. He apparently had been fighting, colon cancer? He passed away from cancer. What does it say? I'm trying to remember what type of one. Oh yeah, it's colon cancer. It was a 4-year fight, and he never spoke publicly about it, and he was really going to town and doing a whole bunch of stuff while he was doing this. So honestly, that's really impressive. I want to say that first and foremost. That is very impressive. But yeah, this is sad. So 2020 has claimed another victim, sadly. But I'm going to say this because Black Panther was never one of my favorite Marvel characters. I'm sorry. I was never a huge fan of Black Panther. I didn't see the movie. I wasn't thrilled with the movie because Black Panther is just not one of my favorite characters. I always consider him the Aquaman of the Marvel Universe. I'm sorry. It's just my precedence of it. I mean, you're having this character compared to what? We have... Oh, hell, I'll even throw him in here. We got Captain America, we got the Hulk, we have Iron Man, for God's sake, Thor, Ant-Man, Black Widow, the list goes on. And it's there are hundreds upon thousands of better characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Hell, even in the Marvel Universe in general. I mean, we have Spider-Man, you have Doc Ock, I'll even throw in the villains in here. There's just so many other ones that I think were a little better. But I did see clips of Black Panther. I just, like I said, I wasn't thrilled with it. I didn't see it. I just, it didn't thrill me. Okay, and it's not a, oh, he didn't like the movie because the person playing it. No, I just never liked Black Panther the character. I always figured it was just the Aquaman of the Marvel universe. I mean, you have basically next in line for the throne of, his kingdom, Aquaman, king of Atlantis, basically. Black Panther utilizes technology to, save the day. Aquaman talks to fish. Black Panther, skilled fighter. Aquaman can swim, is skilled underwater, and is a skilled fighter. They're basically similar characters. Just take one out of water and put them on land. So I wasn't I'm not a fan of Black Panther, basically. That's where I'm going to go with that. But it is still sad news that he did pass away. But, it's more inspiring the fact that he had this 4-year fight with colon cancer. And this was during the time that he was playing T'Challa. He was playing Jackie Robinson in 42, and just like a few other things. He was doing all this while he was fighting cancer. So that is very impressive. He was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016 and battled it these last 4 years as it progressed to stage 4. A true fighter, Chadwick persevered through it all and brought you many films you have come to love so much. From Maryland to The Five Bloods, August Wilson's Mia Rainey's Black Bottom, and several more. All were filmed during and between countless surgeries and chemotherapy. It was the honor of his career to bring King T'Challa to life in Black Panther. Apparently, he died in his home with his wife and family by his side. The family thanks you for your love and prayers and asks that you continue to respect their privacy during this difficult time. Which you figure, yes, every single... when somebody dies, don't just go up to them and go, "Hey, how you doing? You want a hug? You want a hug? You want me to give you $50? You want me to make you a sandwich?" Don't do shit like that. Yeah, no, you don't do shit like that. You just go, it's like, I'm really sorry for your loss, and that's it. Just walk away. If they look really sad, you give the polite hug. Of course, nowadays you can't do that. You got social distance, but like the normal protocol is, I'm really sorry for your loss. Give them the sorry hug, and then you just walk away, and that's pretty much all it is. But majority of the times, just respect their privacy. Don't they need time to mourn more than you, the fans, do. It's the family is going to suffer more. But it's still sad that he passed away, and he's so young at 43. I mean, it's just it's just horrible. But still, I mean, life's short, basically. But if I wouldn't have had to pre-record last week's podcast, I would have talked about this last week. But unfortunately, because of circumstances beyond my control, at least at the time, I pre-recorded. So there is that. But either way, if we could for a moment, as always here, whenever a celebrity or person dies and passes away, if we could please have a moment of silence. Hopefully the cars and the traffic outside will keep their mouths shut as well. And if we could just have a moment of silence, please, for the passing of Chadwick Boseman. Wakanda forever. Alright, so this is definitely something that you have to admit is kind of cool. So when you think anime, besides the gigantic eyes, the funky hair, that you can always use to play a game of Spot the Protagonist, the overall stories that split into multiple genres and different styles like shonen and shoujo, you always come back to somehow rock out to music, right? I mean, anime has had some of the best music in it. I mean, who out there does not remember the opening theme to Cowboy Bebop? Tank. It is one of the greatest musical numbers ever performed. A freaking jazz ensemble that just lights off how great this series was and just completely eclipses anything at the time. Of course, there are people that also like that Rock the Dragon from the original Double Dragon Ball Z. I don't like that one. I like the original Dragon Ball opening. In fact, I actually have that one on my MP3 player because I like it so much. The English version, not the Japanese one. And then you got like other ones that have some decent music to it. Apparently Canada got really lucky when it came to GT. They had a really good song for GT, whereas we in the US got screwed with Step Into the Grand Tour, which, oh god, that didn't even help. But apparently rocking out to some of anime's coolest music. I mean, come on. It's coolest music moments even. So you can always use a little more music to get your day going, right? Well, anime's full of iconic pop stars, megastars, school idols, aliens, holograms, magical girls, giant robots, interdimensional transported beings, superheroes, and so many more. So there's like a little handful in this article of their favorites over the years. How the stars have awesome moments fit for music videos, and there are just a few of their personal favorites in the article. For me, I didn't really have to watch a whole crap ton of anime again to see a whole bunch, but I mean, I like a lot of the openings myself, more so than like the musical moments inside of it. There are some like OST music, like original soundtrack and that I like Bleach has some really good music. That I constantly... I mean, I found the OST on YouTube, and I've listened to it, because I want to find the couple of them that I really like, and then I've been making, like, a playlist of, like, music that I really like to put up on... to, like, have here on YouTube, just in case that, oh, you know, my MP3 player craps out, or, oh, look, I have to get a smartphone someday, because I have no freaking choice in the matter. Yeah, so here's the list that they have on here. And I do apologize if I mispronounce any of these. Please do not come after me or chastise me for it. So the first one here is Konya wa Hurricane from Bubblegum Crisis. So it's kind of interesting. Sci-fi anime classic Bubblegum Crisis takes a lot of inspiration from the 1982 film Blade Runner, which I have never actually seen. I know, it's almost like I think seeing Blade Runner is like a requirement to have your nerd license nowadays. It's like, no, you want to be called a geek or a nerd, you must see Blade Runner. You don't see Blade Runner, you have to qualify for that nerd license and a few other ways. I should design a nerd license, like an otaku license, a nerd license, and actually like put up the design and put it out there and go, if you have this, you can officially call yourself an otaku. You can call yourself, you know, this and that. You are officially a nerd if you have this license. And how you get the license is you have to be able to answer like a series of questions and prove you have the knowledge. That would be really cool. But yeah, I almost feel like to have your nerd license, your geek license, and that, you need to have seen Blade Runner. And I have never seen Blade Runner. But I think I could qualify from some other stuff more so than from Blade Runner. So there's that. But the opening scene is pure Streets of Fire series heroine. I am going to mispronounce this. I know this. Pris Asagiri is a member of the hard-suited mercenaries known as the Night Sabers. But she's also a rock singer performing. And our first glimpse of her is performing basically the Konya wa Hurricane, all dressed up in Ellen Aim style. So that's pretty cool. Seems heavily reminiscent of the aforementioned Streets of Fire, Nowhere Fast opener. Has the feel of all the best live concert music, video recordings. Let's see for yourself. Courtesy of Retro Crusher is a YouTube link here in the article. Gotta love Retro Crush, by the way. Great site. I should do a freaking review on them for the app. It's an app. I should do a review on them. Universal Bunny is the next one from Macross Frontier, the movie, The False Songstress. How many Macross shit did they ever come out with? I mean, I remember a shit ton of it. So basically, the future's laid out by the Macross Frontier movies. Concerts are giant holographic music video performances. Why does that sound... What was that? What's the name of that holographic anime music? What was it? Hatsune Miku, isn't it? Huh, so it's basically a giant Hatsune Miku or a Supersonico? Huh. I think I qualify for my Otaku license now. It's like, oh, I know those. I think I qualify for my Otaku license. Basically, you get to see a lot of amazing visuals for both Renka Lee and Cheryl Nomi's concerts in the movie. But the first one in the False Songstress that shows just how big and wild these are going to be. Cheryl Nomi's Universal Bunny, written by Yoko Kanno and performed by Mei En. So it seems pretty interesting. At least the thumbnail they have here seems kind of interesting, so that's pretty cool. The next one's from K-On! It's Fua Fua Time. And for those of you that don't know what K-On! Is, I highly recommend checking it out. I'm pretty sure that was a... that one I'm going to double check, because I'm pretty sure that was a Kyoto Animation one, because I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't see enough of it to actually... I didn't see enough of it to actually get a decent feel for it, so I couldn't really... Yeah, I wasn't really able to do it. Yeah, it is Kyoto Animation. It's a Kyoto Animation one. I thought so. But yeah, I didn't have enough information to add that one to my Kyoto Animation special I did for the GBU. But yeah, so K-On's Fua Fua Time's another one here on the list. The show must go on, especially when you're a high school rock band trying to get people to notice you. Hey, I'm a YouTuber trying to get people to notice me. Believe me, I know how much it hurts. Yui of K-On! Isn't about to let the loss of her voice destroy their group's live performance. So she steps back to backing vocals for their first performance of Fua Fua Time. The performance, led by the group's bassist, Mio, is visualized as a quirky road trip music video with series band... I am going to mispronounce this, I know it. Hokaku Tea Time. Spreading love, peace, and music in their wake. But apparently that's illegal! Oh, come on, seriously? Because the road trip turns into a car chase, underpinning it is a special recording of the song with Mio on lead vocals and Yui gamely rasping her voice throughout the harmonies. Gotta love K-On! I mean, I've seen enough of it, but I just haven't actually watched enough of it to actually do a decent review of it, but I've seen clips. But yeah, those are the ones that they have in here. There's a crap ton more. Seriously, you cannot go wrong with anime, with especially music with anime. There's always something good music-wise. But yeah, that's some of the ones that are on here. Personally, though, for me, I mostly like the OST stuff, like original soundtracks, openings, mostly. I don't think there's ever been like a series that I've actually enjoyed, like a singular song that's played or that was performed by somebody in the show as part of something. I kind of just like the stuff as it is. But like, these are like concerts and stuff like that. But I'm mostly just a fan of the OST, the soundtracks, the openings mostly. Some of the endings are pretty good too. I mean, Dragon Ball Z's one ending is really kick-ass, but you have to listen to the Japanese version of it. You can't listen to the English version. You got to do the Japanese one, because that is kick-ass as a Japanese version. The American version butchers it too badly. The original version is, oh man, it's chef's kiss, man. It's good. It's good. But yeah, so that's pretty much it though for this one. But hey, what anime music do you like? I mean, is there any like anime music video stuff that you rock out to? I mean, I know there's AMVs and all that, but is there any like coolest music video moments in anime that you like? I mean, there's probably a crap ton. I mean, I don't know. There might actually be some that I like. I just can't think of any. I mean, you never know. You never know until you look. Alright, so this is definitely some really interesting news, and it pretty much goes on with Kyoto Animation stuff as it is, because I did talk about K-On! In the last topic. So, of course, another staple from the good old people over there. So, we're getting a new Haruhi Shizumiya novel. At first, people were skeptical. It's like, is it going to be released in just, when's the English release going to come? We're going to get it in English. Is it going to be Japanese only? Are we never going to see it in English? Well, fear no more, friends. It's getting a simultaneous English release, which is impressive. I cannot stress that enough. So if you were feeling a bit melancholic about how long it might take for the new Haruhi Shizumiya novel to get an English release or translation, feel melancholic no longer. And I'm going to stop saying that word because I hate it so much. But the whole series is basically the melancholy of Haruhi Shizumiya. And for freaking years, I kept calling it the Mecha Holy. It's melancholy. God, I was an idiot. So basically announced about 24 hours after the novel was announced. Yeah, I'm not even joking. It will be released in English at the same time as the Japanese release on November 25th. That's actually some pretty damn good speed. And you figure with translations getting a lot more advanced than they are now, and you actually pay somebody to do it, you can easily do it, especially when it comes to like novel form. Just have to like do some editing here and there to make stuff fit a little better, so the English version might be a little smaller than the Japanese one, or vice versa. Then all you have to do is basically, it'll probably be vice versa, because I know I've seen it when you type in Japanese on like a computer or something, because I saw like a video on how to change your default font to the Japanese one, but I could not get it to work for the life of me. It'll actually, like, if you type in like a string of words, it'll shorten it to something else. So the English one will be a little thicker probably. But that is some serious speed, because you figure all they have to do is just translate it, put it up on the thing, check it, edit it, stuff like that. Honestly, you just pay a translator to do that, you're good to go. And you only have to do it once and then just print it out half a dozen times. You basically just give them one copy, you have them translate that one copy, paste, thousands of times. There you go, problem solved. And you pay them like what? $50 for their trouble, and you can make a couple $100,000 maybe. It's honest to God freaking idiot proof and easy. The release will be handled by Yen Press, who released all the Haruhi novels in English so far. Yen Press's November 25th release will be digital, with a physical release to follow at some point. So of course, hell, with digital it's even easier. That one, it's literally just translate it once and then fix it up to download. That's even easier. Yeah. Yen Press will also release the older Haruhi novels under its Yen Press on imprint, I guess. The new novel, penned by original Haruhi author Nagaru Tanigawa and illustrator Noisy Ito, is titled Shizumiya Haruhi no Chokan, or The Institution of Haruhi Shizumiya. Oh god. It contains one brand new story and two previously published ones. It's due out in Japanese in November. The two stories are called Nana Fushiga Overtime from 2018 and what the hell is that? What the hell is it? 8 Zupo Numbers from 2013. The new one is called Tsuruya-san no Chosen, or Tsuruya's Challenge, basically. Altogether, the book will have over 250 pages in Japanese, so figure translating that into English, additional words, spacing, font size, 300 to 500 pages. Well, wait, at least 300 minimum. I'm going to go with at least like 300 minimum, but otherwise 500 might be a stretch, but I'm going to at least go with 300 minimum. Depending on the font size that they pick, they could easily get that at a at 300 pages, but yeah, I'm going to go with 300 at least at bare minimum. So you're at least looking at 50 more pages than the Japanese version. That much I can guarantee. And take this from somebody that actually has typed stuff up before. It is a pain in the ass to get stuff right. Getting like a whole bunch of stuff to land on one page without it looking really stupid. Yes, believe me, it does. It does take a long time. It's not a simple process. It's really not. So who's going to pick up this baby in English? You might do it. You never know. So here's how Funimation describes this. Because basically, what is this? The author, Nagaru Tanigawa, and the illustrator, Noisy Ito, their Haruhi Shizumiya novels were adapted into the anime series The Melancholy of Haruhi Shizumiya by Kyoto Animation in 2006. If you've seen my Anime GBU special on Kyoto Animation, you'll pretty much know about it. Here's how Funimation describes it. Kon is a cynical and sarcastic teenager. The first day of his first year of high school is filled with hopes of a normal school experience. Hopes that are immediately dashed after meeting the beautiful and eccentric Haruhi Shizumiya. Haruhi is athletic, brilliant, and completely bored with life. Preach it, sister. At Kon's accidental suggestion, she decides to create her own club dedicated to finding and observing life's oddities, like the aliens, espers, and time travelers she believes walk among normal people. Now, time travelers and aliens, yes, but I have yet to meet an esper. I mean, damn, yes, those things must be around us, I guess, at some point. So now Kon and a ragtag group of recruits are Haruhi's right-hand men in the newly formed SOS Brigade. But all is not what it seems. The quiet bookworm, alien. The busty sophomore, time traveler. The handsome transfer student, esper. And the biggest surprise, they're all there because Haruhi herself has the ability to reshape the world as she sees fit. Maybe Kon should have joined the literature club. Yeah, or more to the point, maybe he should have tripped, fell, and not went to school that day. I would have a better idea. Let's not go to school the first day. But no, The Melancholy of Haruhi Shizumiya, it is a really good series. It doesn't technically end in the series. It ends with the movie The Disappearance of Haruhi Shizumiya. But it is a really good series if you ever get a chance to check it out. Even just as clips, it's really good. So, yeah. But either way, this is impressive, especially for the fact that we're getting an English simultaneous release as well as a Japanese one. You figure with it being digital, yeah, that would make a lot of sense. And plus, like I said, you could easily translate this, put it in a PDF file, everybody can download it, problem solved. Oh, here, we're going to charge you $10.95 for it, or like $19.95 or something. Okay, not a problem. Okay, here's your download link, and you download it. About, let's see, 200, let's see, I'm figuring at least 300 pages minimum. So 300 pages, if we're going to have pictures in with it, at least maybe 100 megabytes, 200 at most. It'll download in a couple hours. Maybe not even that, depending on your speed of your internet. So yeah, either way, that's not a bad bargain at all. It's really not. So yeah, looking forward to that, huh? So, you know, of all the weird and strange and unusual collaborations in the world, I mean, you have Puzzles and Dragons collabing with, like, Yu Yu Hakusho, or Full Metal Alchemist, or, as of Monday, Persona again, which really is good because I could really use a couple more blank cards. And a few other things that probably could benefit my characters. But still, I digress. There's a lot of cool things. And there's a lot of stuff that you would instantly imagine collabing with each other, and just overall combination of things. Lego and Ikea, though, does not even remotely come close to my list of things that I would assume would collab well together, but apparently it does. People are calling it pure genius. I don't believe genius is the word I would use, but sure, we'll go with that. So in the article written by everybody's favorite Kotaku writer, was it Luke Puckett or Plunkett? It's Plunkett. Is it Plunkett or so it's Plunkett. I guess it's Plunkett. Okay. So good old Luke there. I'm not even gonna try the last name. So good old Luke there starts out the article with, "I have 2 kids. And so my hopes and dreams for Lego sets over the years have slowly shifted from Dragon Roost Island playset to adequate storage solutions. And the new and surprising collaboration between Lego and Ikea is definitely taking care of the latter. This cannot be the name of it. Byggleck? Bygglek. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Series is a playful storage solution that consists of a bunch of white boxes to keep Lego in. Should be Legos. With the catch being those boxes also have studs in them and on the lid so they can be used as construction sites. So basically like a storage box. We are selling some of those at work. They came in a few different colors. There was a bluish one, a reddish one, and a solid black one. I'm pretty sure we also had a green one. And it had like a bunch of little pegs on the top that you could basically make your own little set and store your little pieces inside, compatible with all building block sets like Mega Blocks, Block Tech, Lego, all those things could be used here. So, okay. So Ikea comes up with a new version. Whatever. Oh, this is funny. So, it's simple but so good. Kids can open up the box, take bricks out of the box, build stuff on the back of the lid, then when it's time to clean up, just put the lid back on with bricks still attached so they can keep going next time. You know, I got I got a little box at a yard sale once my grandfather and I went to. And it was like from some bank down in Baltimore. My grandfather goes, "You should really hold on to that, keep it, don't open it, because there's like little Lego like building things. They weren't Legos, but it was similar design." And he goes, "Don't open it, keep them sealed in the thing. It might be worth something someday." And he's probably right. It's buried somewhere down in my mom's room. I mean, I kind of have a general idea where it is, so that way I'm not tempted to dig it out and try to get rid of it. But I have a general idea of where it is. Yeah, actually, I think I do know where it is, in fact. But either way, that had a similar thing. You lift off the top of the box, you flip it over, and there's this little thing on there where you can build with the blocks. Ikea is ripping everybody off. So as a parent, though, this is a dream scenario. No, I think a dream scenario as a parent would be Barney burning in a pit of fire, your children quiet for 30 minutes without you having to plop them in front of the TV, and you getting quiet time, a nap, or a glass of wine. I'm not sure which. I'm not a parent, but I'm pretty sure any of those 3 would be the instant moment there of a dream scenario. Or I could even go off of like television shows. What's one of the parents' dream scenarios? Being able to take a shower without my kid coming in and asking, "What's that?" and or "Where did it go?" So there you go. It's like, like 20 minutes to myself where I can use the bathroom. That's a dream scenario. That's a dream scenario for a parent, I don't think. So no, this is not a dream scenario. That's bullshit. They'll start rolling out worldwide from October and will be available in a selection of sizes, from a 3-box set for $10 to a single huge box for $15. There will also be a custom 201-piece Lego brick set sold alongside them that consists mostly of simple, conventional pieces. As I've said, every time I hear the words Ikea, every time I hear Ikea, I instantly think of the joke from Futurama and their parody of Pikea. Basically, the year 3000, Pi 3.14, and then Kia. So basically, Pikea. Basically. So, The joke was, is the robot's delivering the item the professor bought, he just says Ikea's slogan, which was "Enjoy your affordable Swedish crap," and then rolls out and falls apart as he's rolling out the door. Only for a little bit later on in the episode, the professor to build said, device to have it explode in his face, and then Fry and Leela have to return the sorry thing back to Ikea. Of course they do, because, what the hell? They're supposed to be like a delivery service. But yeah, I just think of that joke every time. And then the fact that I have known a couple people. I mean, I had some... I'm pretty sure I had a relative. I know my mom told me stories. I can't talk tonight either. I know my mom told me some stories about stuff that other relatives had. I think I had a relative that actually bought some stuff at an Ikea. I think it was an aunt of mine. But I have seen stories online, too, from people who bought stuff at Ikea, and it's like, I'm missing a screw. You go back to try to get the screw, and it's like, it doesn't take a normal screw. No, it's not a normal screw. It's some type of 5-sided hexagonal, torque nut screw or something. It requires a special tool, which is also missing from the thing. So I can't even put the damn thing together, but I'm twisting it with my hands in a pair of pliers or something. I'm just using everything I can think of to try to get my hands on getting this thing together, only to find out that I'm missing, the key screw 145, and that's what I need in order to build this a freaking end table. This thing has 147 screws, and I'm missing the key screw 145, and I don't have the tool, the proper tool anyway, put all these on here, so I gotta go back to Ikea, go back to customer service, and go through the whole entire ordeal of, well, I didn't get this screw. Well, what's the item in question, sir? Well, it's this. And I have read so many stories about this, it isn't funny. So whenever I hear Ikea, I instantly think of junk. Or it's put it together real simple, cheap-made junk. No offense to the good people at Ikea, but I just don't have... I mean, if I can go to Walmart and buy a shelf that stays together and still stays together years later. I mean, hell, I bought a shelf from, I think it was Ollie's or Big Lots, and it's still in one piece. I mean, sure, I've had to put some tape around certain parts of it, and it's not exactly in the world's greatest looking condition, but it's in one piece. I mean, I have a shelf that has all my junk food in. Like, I usually store my drinks and that in it, and it's in damn good shape, and I don't think that was from Ikea. So yeah, what does that tell you? Ikea has some good stuff, but this, not all the time. But definitely a Lego Ikea collaboration. No, it's not pure genius. I'm just thinking it's more of a well, we kind of ran out of ideas, or Ikea kind of came to them and said, hey, we want to partner up. It's about time we just, bury the hatchet. Whatever, if we're not happy together, but I think it's time we get together and we do shit right. But, yeah, pure genius is not something that I would instantly think of when I think of a collaboration between Lego and Ikea. I see screaming, I see fire, I see massive returns, possible choking hazards. I see a lot of things, but genius is not one of them. I see lawsuits, massive lawsuits, class action suits, media reports, YouTube reviews where they're just ripping them a new one. I do not see, no, not in the least. I do not see genius being one of the many words thrown around for this. Not a chance. I gotta say this. I really do like modders. I mean, they can turn something into something else. They can basically fix up something, make it better, worse. 90% of the time, they have a place in the universe. And that place is never truly usurped. It might be occasionally, but it is never truly usurped. One modder, though, in particular this time has gotten my attention. So, a modder has turned a Nintendo Wii into a slick-looking handheld. And, oh yeah, no, this is definitely cool. Now, it's like the Wii Boy Color, I think they're calling it, but yeah, I mean, I've seen like a few of these around. It's not bad. But Ginger of Mods, that's their name, has transformed a number of retro consoles into nifty-looking portables. But the Wii Boy Color is on another level. Technology improves. Tinkers like Ginger of Mods are able to revisit older gaming consoles and make them even more compact and efficient than before. It's not easy, though. The recent Wii Boy Color mod is a testament to just how much patience, design sense, and spare parts go into making projects like this. And there's like an entire video on here, too, so you can check that out. So Ginger of Mods goes into some more of the detail in the video, but the short version is they 3D printed a custom Game Boy Color shell and then crammed a bunch of bits from new and old Nintendo consoles inside. So basically, I'm going to take a bit of this, a little bit of this. Basically, consider it the cooking show of modders. And welcome. Today we're going to make the Wii Boy Color. And how we're going to do that is simple. You take your 3D printed shell. We're going to add in some microchips, some hard drives, processors, motherboards, some capacitors, some chips. We're going to add in a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Ooh, add in some of that for flavor. Built-in battery. We're going to throw this in. And who could possibly forget this? It's the Nintendo Secret Sauce. Available anywhere Nintendo products are sold. Just slather that stuff right on in there. Yeah, that's right. Just empty the whole bottle. Empty the whole bottle right there into the sauce. There you go. All right. Now that we have this all together, let's put the case on. Connect the case together. And wow, look at that. It's a Wii Boy Color. That's how you do it, folks. I don't mean to sound insensitive. It's just, it's funny. It really is. It's just like they crammed a bunch of pieces. I just instantly think of like somebody doing a cooking show. I'm sorry. For example, the joysticks on the front are from a Nintendo Switch, while the face buttons are taken from a DS Lite. Both are combined using the circuitry of a GameCube controller. On its back of the handheld are two triggers, Z button, and a fan for cooling the system, because you figure this thing's gonna be hot and warm. And there's a rechargeable battery. It's a Samsung in there. I can see it from the picture. It's a 2H24. That's, wow, pretty damn powerful battery. So yeah. The screen, meanwhile, was from a car backup camera. The case was 3D printed, and the circuit boards were redesigned from an existing Wii to cut down on space. With a 3.5-inch 480p display, Ginger Mod says the games also look better than on a traditional Wii console, outputting to a TV finally. Thanks to a USB-C port, charging is quick and the console can easily hook up to external battery packs for longer sessions. There's also a headphone jack, as there should be. Yes, because you figure it's a portable game. The Wii had a great library, most of which isn't available on Switch and probably won't get ported anytime soon, or freaking ever. So yeah, so if you ever want to get one of these things, it's really cool. Let's see here. Ginger Mod says a custom job like this can run $1,000 basically. So that's what it'll cost you. But can you really put a price tag on being able to play Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn on the go? Yeah, $1,000. You literally just put a freaking price tag on it. $1,000. It doesn't come cheap. No, $1,000. I hate to say it this way, but for $1,000, I could go buy a goddamn Wii. Hell, no, I can do better. I could go buy the freaking Wii U. Oh God, yeah, let me go buy the Wii U. Yeah, there you go, that piece of abominable crap. Let me go buy that. It's like I can get that really freaking cheap. Oh, no. What's the cheapest that a Wii U's going for right now? Let me actually pull that up and check. I don't have eBay on my thing, do I? No. God damn it. I really have to fix that. Alright, let me go check eBay here. Let me see what the cheapest Wii U is going for. Even if it's just for parts, I don't care. Wii-U. The Wii U. Okay, here we go. And what's the cheapest Wii U we got here? Okay, new listing. Okay, so pre-owned. I'm gonna go with the first one right off the bat is $159.89, but I can look for ones that are under $130. So the first one there is, wow, you can actually get a Nintendo Wii U 8 gigabyte console only with 5 games, tested and working, pre-owned for $80 plus $10 shipping. Wow, holy shit. That's impressive. Or you can just buy the fucking Wii for like $120 refurbished. Seriously? Wow. Seriously? I can get one for $120? Huh. Oh, I don't have a TV in my room. But that'd be interesting to keep in mind. But you can also get, there's one up on bid for like $100.03. There's a 32 gigabyte deluxe set with Splatoon, Pac-Man, more 4 games. Yeah, so like 4 more games in as well. $100 bid, $200 plus $34.70 shipping. So yeah, you're looking at way cheaper than $1,000 to buy a freaking Wii U. So yeah, okay. Well, that kind of sucks. It does look pretty cool, but $1,000 price tag. I mean, I want to say the gen console after this gen console. I don't even know what gen we're in now, to be honest with you. But the next gen after this coming gen will probably cost about $1,000. You're basically wanting to charge people for a mod like this the same price that their freaking iPhone 11 goes for. Yeah, I don't think so. It's cool, but it ain't $1,000 cool. Now, if you had like a small, I want to say, Nintendo 3DS XL version of a, I'm just going to spitball it here, GameCube, and that could be like $50, we might be talking. But as far as this, no. It's cool, it does look cool, but it is not $1,000 cool. I go like, I mean, at best, I would say $500, like $499. But no, not $1,000. No. Not even in the ballpark. We're like, you basically just hit that thing out to the parking lot and smash the window. So yeah, no. But it does look cool, though. I will say that. It does look cool. Alright, so once again, I think it's time for a double helping, though, this time, of cool shit Japan has. And this time, I'm actually fucking jealous. Now, it is not every day. It is not every day that I get jealous. But when I get jealous, mind you, oh boy, do I get jealous. And today, I'm jealous about a couple things. So, a convenience store, Family Mart, is testing the telepresence robots. These things look freaking amazing. Holy crap, do they look cool. So it's like a VR set in the video. There is a video, by the way, and this is really cool. You should check that out, definitely. But, so the Japanese convenience store of the near future may be staffed by telepresence robots. Hopefully, we at Five Below could get some of those, and I can just work from frickin' home. Hey, we want a social distance. Not a problem. I'll use the robot from home. Don't have to call me in. Bye! That'll work. So on August 26th, Family Mart teamed up with the robotics firm Teleexistence, I'm pretty sure I pronounced it right, to test out whether convenience store employees might be able to work from home manning robots from afar. The idea is to help reduce the spread of COVID-19. They first reported the test back in July. So the resulting video shows a man at home operating a robot through VR goggles, stocking drinks in plastic bottles. The robot is called Model T. And I have to admit, Model T looks pretty goddamn cool. I fucking want one. No, I just fucking want one. I just want the fucking robot. I will give that thing fucking AI and I will have a friend. Beta will be his name. Dear God, I mean, you look at the picture in this. This thing is amazing. By the way, click the article. You've got to see this picture. Just click on the article while I'm talking. You have got to see this. This thing is cool. I cannot argue that. This thing is really, it looks amazing. It freaking looks amazing. So this is cool. So the plan is to have the robots installed in 20 Family Marts by 2022. Stocking things like onigiri sandwiches, bento boxes, and drinks. Watching the video, it's obvious it's not nearly as quick as having a real human on site. But for convenience stores that aren't too busy, this telepresence thing could be interesting. An employee could even wrap between stores, stocking shelves throughout Japan. What do I think of this technology? I think this is fucking amazing. And technically, you consider this like the prototype. So you could improve like the gears and everything. My whole entire idea for how to improve like a robotic limbs, basically, think how your human body operates. So take how literally like one day just sit in a chair and move your arm up and down like you're doing a bicep curl or something. Just like move your arm around. Do you notice how your body just kind of has this fluid movement? I always felt like if we would go and encase, like we make a robot and then you encase it in like a film cover, like exoskin, sort of like a sausage casing, like a really thick sausage casing that can bend and everything, and then you just literally pump that filled with fluid, like oil or something else that's highly lubricated. It will move really quickly. Giving it the ability to basically grip stuff with the outside, it will move quickly and be able to have a tremendous amount of movement, and it would be fluid movement. But I won't deny, this is impressive. How do I feel about this? I love this idea. I think that this would work for like businesses too that don't have a massive amount of customers, or they can have these go in at night and they can have like the night shift. Hey, you want to work nights? Just sit at your home for a couple hours after we close the store, and you can work from home. You don't feel like driving in. Hey, not a problem. Just sit in your room. Have the computer out and just go, okay, the robot's working, not a problem. That could eliminate a lot of night shift issues. Or just have them all sit in like a break room or something for a couple hours, and if they can, then if they fall asleep, the robot just basically stands there. No, I'm all for this. I am all in on this idea. Believe me, if they would come out with this, I would jump at the opportunity to test drive this in a heartbeat. I would go, no, I want to team up. I want to be one of the little robot pilots. Let me mind meld with the robot. I want a Vulcan mind meld with the robot. But what's the other cool thing that Japan has right now that I'm kind of jealous about? Well. Let's just go and check this out, shall we? So, this is the part that I gotta love this here. This is fun. So, courtesy of WGAL, and my mom, who found the article, by the way. Thanks a lot, Mom. And I really do appreciate how they have an advertisement here on their site for Alibaba.com. If you ever hear anybody complain about that site, you'll know why. I'm sorry. But apparently a Japanese company successfully tests a manned flying car for the first time. So, those of you that have ever seen the movie Knowing, you know firsthand that there was a drawing in there about rocket packs and flying cars, because everybody back in the 50s and the 60s thought that by the year 2000 we were going to have flying cars. There was going to be like hovercrafts, and we were going to have flying cars, like apartment buildings, robot butlers, you name it, they thought we were going to have it. Hell, look at the Jetsons. They figured all that shit in the Jetsons we were going to have by the year 2000. And nothing. I mean, we have cell phones, but then again, we had those in the 80s. We have portable computers. That kind of melded with the cell phone in a way. But, yeah, no. We basically got nothing. So, this is impressive. So, a Japanese company has announced the successful test drive of a flying car. SkyDrive Incorporated conducted the public demonstration on August 25th. The company said in a news release at the Toyota Test Field, one of the largest in Japan and home to the car company's development base, it was the first public demonstration for a flying car in Japanese history. Let's see here. The car has been named SD-03, manned with a pilot, took off and circled the field for about 4 minutes. They said, and I quote, "We are extremely excited to have achieved Japan's first ever manned flight of a flying car in the 2 years since we founded SkyDrive, with the goal of commercializing such aircraft," CEO Tomohiro Fukuzawa said in a statement. I love how it continues. "We want to realize a society where flying cars are an accessible and convenient means of transportation in the skies, and people are able to express a safe, secure, and comfortable new way of life." Yeah. So apparently this is like the world's smallest electric vehicle. Takeoff and landing. The vehicle takes up the space of about 2 parked cars. Ooh, that's not very convenient. According to the company, it has 8 motors to ensure safety in emergency situations. Yeah, I could just see that now. All of a sudden, here, let's have one of those cars here in the U.S. All of a sudden, it's flying high. A bird strikes it, and all of a sudden, you hear this frantic 911 call. "Mayday, mayday, mayday! I repeat, we're in a mayday! I am about to fall and undo the bridge! I hit a bird! I repeat, I've hit a bird! Mayday, mayday, mayday!" Yeah, no, I can see that. Of course, this also means we'll probably have to end up getting a freaking pilot's license, too, because you'll have to have some type of flying knowledge in order to get it, so that'll suck for a lot of people. I just love that. In designing an unexplored new genre of transportation known as the flying car, we chose the keyword progressive for inspiration, according to design director Takumi Yamamoto. I want to make sure I got that spelled right. We wanted this vehicle to be futuristic, charismatic, and desirable for all future customers, while fully incorporating the high technology of SkyDrive. You founded the company, what was it, 2 years ago? Isn't that what it said? 2 years ago? Let me back up here for a minute. Yeah, 2 years. 2 years. How the hell do you even have an idea of what you want yet? 2 years. So the company hopes to make the flying cars a part of normal life and not just a commodity. More test flights will occur in the future under different conditions to make sure safety and technology of the vehicle meet industry standards. In other words, can it take off in wind? Can it take off in rain? Can it take off in snow? Can it take off in fog? Can it land safely? Can it fly safely? All that stuff has to be considered. Because think it this way. Planes get grounded if it snows too bad. If it's too windy, helicopters get grounded. If it's pouring down rain, planes won't even take off. So all of that stuff does take a massive consideration. The success, though, of this flight means it is likely the car will be tested outside of the Toyota test field by the end of the year. The company will continue to develop technologies to safely and securely launch the flying car in 2023. The news release said no price has been announced. Can I take a ballpark guess of about maybe 175 million? I'm just gonna ballpark that one. I'm gonna go with like 175 million for the win, Alex. Jesus Christ. I'm not exactly entirely sure whether or not that's a good thing, bad thing, but either way, not a bad idea. But I'm a little jealous that they got the flying cars. Finally, we got a flying car, and of course, it's a flying car that we're not going to get to fly yet. Oh, no, duh. It's figures. But still, I'm looking forward to it if it ever does hit the States. Just like the robot, though, I'm looking forward to the robot a little more because It's sort of like that Bruce Willis movie where he was in control of this android type deal, and he basically just sat in his home. Yeah, I kind of want that. No, I'm still going to work. I just sit at home, and I basically do nothing. I am perfectly content with that. That is my life now. That is my life now. I just sit at home and do nothing. I'm content with that. I just sit here, I put on this VR headset, it's connected to a secure server, and I'm able to move the drone. I could work for literally 5 hours, or I could work for as little as 2 hours, and I get paid the same. I appreciate this new development. Because then if need be, there's an emergency or something, I can log out of the system and the robot will just shut down and somebody else can take over that said robot and accomplish whatever task I had started. Now, I like that idea. Why don't we get on that? Yeah, let's get down on that, shall we? Because I'm game for that. I am so game for that. Alrighty, everybody, and this is going to pretty much do it then this week for the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. I have had a pleasure being here with all of you. Thank you all for tuning in so much, and, as always, until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up or thumbs down button. Let me know if you liked the video. Don't forget to leave a comment. It's good for the YouTube algorithm. And don't forget to leave your questions for the September Q&A video. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes saying, take care, my friends. Be safe, be well, and as Casey Kasem used to say, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes. Have a nice week, everybody, and I'll see you later. Bye!